It's Musical People and Journeys. It's the Rock Review Show, where everybody comes to listen to our views. And who
do
knows? Who knows? Do they? Who knows? If you do, please like and subscribe. Paul, welcome. Trish, Chris, Ian, Dave. Welcome to the show. Thank you very much again. If you're new to the show, we review the latest rock albums, rate them out of 5. Will they get into our Hall of Fame? Will they get into our Album of the Year? Where will they rate? 404 albums now by the time we finish this lot. Today we are reviewing the Mysterines and Afraid of Tomorrows. Who are the Mysterines? They're a British alternative rock band from Liverpool, and we're all composed of Lia, George, Callum, and Paul. Their debut album really was released on March 2022 at Friction Records and charted number 9 in the UK albums chart. Wow. The band was formed by vocalist and writer Lia when she met bassist George, both living near each other on the Wirral. The original lineup was a 3-piece with drummer Chrissy Moore. After Moore left in 2020, the band were augmented by Callum Thompson on guitar and backing vocals, with Paul Crilly becoming the band's new drummer. Chris, you heard of the Mysterines? Something that you enjoyed? Let's find out.
It's a shame that you started with me. So I am convinced I have heard of the Mysterines from further back than when they started. Look, musically, there is a lot here, and I quite enjoyed the musical side of the album. Unfortunately for me, and I do apologise to the singer, it's nothing to do with you, it's all to do with me. I just got turned off by the vocals entirely. It just doesn't work for me. The combination of the music they're playing and then her lyrics on top just left me waiting for the album to end. It was just not for me. I didn't enjoy it at all, I'm afraid.
Ouchie.
As I say, musically, I enjoyed it, but lyrically, no, sorry.
Dave?
I'd probably say I'm a little bit opposite, to be honest. Again, it's not really my sort of thing, but that's probably musically wise. I quite like the vocals. She's got a quality about her voice. I think it's the vibrato in her voice. It reminded me a lot of like Kurt Cobain and stuff like that. And I mean from an aspect of when she sings about certain subjects, you can feel the pain in her voice. It adds to that effect. So I really enjoyed her voice. I thought it was quite interesting, but the music side of things, it's all a bit too mardy for my liking.
Now, somebody else's voice that brings a lot of pain. Ian, let's. What did you think of the Mysterines?
Knowing they're from Liverpool now makes a little bit more sense. Because Liverpool likes to think itself musically edgy, obviously the home of the Beatles, and that does resonate with a lot of Liverpool bands. Trying to say that as respectfully as possible, because I mean it respectfully.
I wouldn't say the Beatles were edgy. But... No.
Liverpool bands, because the Beatles came from Liverpool. Musically, Liverpool bands there's something, they're proud of that, and they want to carry that through. It's like they want to honour the Beatles with every band that comes from Liverpool, which is great. There's nothing wrong with having pride at all. I loved and hated this album in similar measure. The vocals, I like the vocals. I hate the distortion on the voice. It's just so overdone. It's like, what are they trying to do? Get a Netflix music contract or something? That's exactly what it is. And the music style is exactly what you like. You hear an incidental montage on a Netflix series. That's really is what it is there. That being said, there were a couple of really good tracks on it. Most of them I could take or leave, to be honest. But I really liked Afraid of Tomorrows. I think that's the last track. My apologies. It is Sink Your Teeth. That had a lot of almost anger to it. A really good punchy rock song. Yeah, the last song, Afraid of Tomorrows. It's a really lovely. They strip it back. It's more of an acoustic guitar, and you hear them, and I like that. So I love it. I don't love it. I hate it. I don't hate it. I can't work out where I am with it. Apart from I know I don't probably want to listen to it, but if it comes on, I'm not going to turn it off.
Sure. Okay.
Really confused.
Well, somebody we love, somebody we hate. Do we love him? Do we hate him? It's a bit of both. Paul, what did you think of? Mysterines and Afraid of Tomorrows?
Right, so the Mysterines debut album had many plaudits about the 1990s grunge and alternative guitar-driven music. For the latest album, Afraid of Tomorrows, they've done away with all that and moved into what can be described as escapist goth. And they've done as much as possible to make sure that their latest phase sounds nothing like their previous offering. To sum up, they sound like a cross between The Cure and Toyah, but lack the creativity and ambition of those artists. So they're a young band, so there is hope.
Somebody who's still full of hope. Trish, Mystery Dow. I know you're a fan. I know you've been to see them. What did you think?
Boys. No, I'm joking. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I really loved the second track, Stray, and would have preferred that as the opening track for the album. The other track, which was a winner for me, was Sink Your Teeth. The album is quite dark, punkish in sound, which normally isn't my bag. This is an album that needs a couple of listens to get into it and become invested and fully appreciate the sound and what they're doing. A band I've seen live a couple of weeks ago at the Boiler Room in Guildford. As music is all about having different where am I? Having different experiences from different genres, which you have to be open to, and like most bands, they are much louder and heavier when you see them live and can give you a different perspective to their music. I listened to the album before I went on a CD player rather than use my headphones, and again, you get to hear different things. So it's always good to listen to an album at different times and ways. This is an album definitely to revisit and ended up being a keeper for me.
I think this has got to be one of the most annoying albums I've listened to this year. I think Paul, you've summed it up brilliantly between the Cure and stuff as well. Because there are moments where I go, oh yes, and then they couldn't decide whether they're prog rock, whether they're heavy metal rock, whether they're it's just a mishmash for me, and I did not like the distortions. I didn't particularly enjoy her vocals. But there are moments of, particularly when they get heavier, so kind of what kind of Trish was saying, where I go, oh please, yes, a bit more, and then it's just a mishmash, and it doesn't work for me at all. It was okay at places, but yeah, just there was nothing for me to kind of hold on to and to thoroughly enjoy in any shape, way, or format. But yeah, sorry. Okay, well, let's find out what the scores on the doors were then. Well, who did we start with? We started with Dave, didn't we not?
No, Chris.
We started with Chris. Oh, Chris, and he's not muted, which is a lovely change.
I know I'm not, I know.
Chris, give us your rating.
Well, so I gave this a 3. As I say, I like the music, didn't like the lyrics so much.
That was surprising based on your comments, but anyway, Dave.
I gave it a 3 as well.
Ooh, okay, solid start. Ian?
I gave it a 2.5.
Paul?
Where else I could go?
I give it a 2.5 as well.
You know, see how seamless, boys, Chris and Ian, how Paul goes from mute to unmute. I mean, you need to learn some lessons, It's like seamless.
Professional.
Professional.
I went seamlessly from muted to unmuted in this one. You didn't even notice. Oh, there.
We could never hit that level of seamlessness. Paul is our guru.
Trish?
4.
It got a 2 from me. So very rarely you drop my score. It doesn't happen often, but my score is pushed. It's gone. They got a 3. Average of 3. 275th, roughly 74 out of 100. So okay, I think it's I think we can definitely agree it's a bit of it's either going to tick your boxes or not.
I might.
But there we go. Anyway, right, okay, thank you very much. Do you agree? What did you think of the Mysterines? Leave your comments below. Please like and subscribe. It all helps. Thank you very much. Thank you to my wonderful panel, to Chris, to Dave, to Ian, to Paul, and to Trish. Goodbye for now. Keep on rocking.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.